the sky with your light. A million stories forever you write. A shaken world, we discover new meaning. Losing myself since we stopped breathing. A halo on the chosen. My oh my, how we have fallen.
Hello Capricorn, this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly tarot reading for the month of October 2016. The first card for you is representing your condition at present. Your card is the Temperance. The situation has been changed positively. You may have to travel or move to a new place. You may want to travel while prefer staying home. Besides, this card means balancing something. You will try to improve your life to be on the right track. However, be careful of your rapid mood shift as people around you may get tired of you. For work, you may have a business trip or you will have to adapt yourself to the workplace. You are learning to bring about balance, patience and moderation in your life. You have been able to take the middle road, avoiding extremes and maintaining a great sense of calm in your life. You have learned to keep calm in situations of great stress or anxiety, and you give the impression of being a swan, paddling madly underneath the water but appearing so graceful and elegant on the surface. You do not let things get to you, and you have found a place of peace where you can put things into perspective when things get hectic. Your respect for balance and tranquility is what will help you to achieve and experience fulfillment in your life. Your temperament will be well balanced and you demonstrate good management and balance in your outlook on life. The Temperance card reflects that you have a clear, long-term vision of what you want to achieve. You are not rushing things along, rather you are taking your time to ensure that you do the best job you can. This card also reflects a higher learning in what you are doing and demonstrates that you are learning a great deal on your journey. You are at peace with what you are doing and it is all coming together very well. Your inner voice is guiding you gently to the right outcome and you are patiently listening and following. You have a very balanced perspective on the situation at this time and you are in a very good position to make the right choices. In relation to others, Temperance represents adaptation, coordination, and tempering external influences. You are able to work in harmony with others and there is a heightened level of cooperation in your activities with others. You are able to combine forces and join with others in order to bring it all together. There is a beautiful synergy at work that leverages the right mix of talents, experiences, abilities and skills. Temperance asks you to be patient so that you can act with timing and precision. Patience and moderation will result in good management of all things. Do not feel that you need to rush, just let the situation evolve at its natural pace. Temperance can also reflect a period of self-evaluation in order to re-examine your life priorities. You are now seeking a much greater balance between your inner and outer selves, searching for a higher meaning and purpose in life. Throughout this transition, you may also experience a clash between the old and the new you, sometimes feeling confused about which direction you ought to take and what is really important to you. You will evaluate seclusion, detachment and retreats as methods for accomplishing great things. You will avoid pain, conflict and distractions and lessen your stress and anxiety. Looking inward will recharge you. There is nothing to fear, it is part of the process, and without it change could not occur. The second card for you is representing the immediate challenge or problem that you'll be facing. Your card is the Empress. The situations will be resolved gradually. Your project or plan will be successful gradually. However, you still need to wait for the approaching success patiently. For work, you will receive assistance or useful advices from an elder woman. If your boss is a woman, she will fully support you. For finance, you will have many expenses due to your love of convenient life. Thus, you should try to be frugal, not spend too much money, as you may have difficulty later. This card also deals with indecisiveness concerning others and confusion about the direction a relationship may be taking. You may also be finding it difficult to work cooperatively with others. The reason for this lack of harmony is likely to be within you, and therefore introspection is required. The Empress suggests that you are feeling very challenged because you do not have an avenue to express your true thoughts and feelings, and you are obliged to bottle a lot of it up inside. Have you got a close friend in whom you can confide? You need to share your feelings with someone so that you can understand them and get in touch with your inner self. This card can also suggest a dependence on other people's feelings, indicating that you may be playing a waiting game now to see how your partner reacts and what emotion he or she displays. It is best not to do this, but instead work through your own emotions independently of him or her. If you are struggling in a relationship, the first step for you is to take some time to yourself in order to restore your energy levels and your belief in yourself. Unfortunately, your past relationships have impacted how you see yourself and your ability to truly love and trust another person. As a result, you may be doubting your inner beauty and losing your inspiration for creating beautiful, loving relationships. You may also be overprotective of someone you love, and this is straining your relationship. Be mindful that you are not becoming a smothering, demanding mother. Are you mothering your partner, friends, or family too much? Be careful not to overdraw on the characteristics of the upright Empress. You may need to follow the example of the High Priestess, who listens to her inner psyche for the answers. More generally, the Empress indicates that you are feeling discontented because something is missing or lacking in your life, or because you want to find something creative, meaningful or fulfilling to do, but you do not know what. This card can indicate a creative block. You may find your mood is depressed or negative. Work can feel laborious and mundane. This is not a time to think, act or do. You are already overloaded, and mental pursuits will not give you what you need. Further attempts to follow your intellect or reasoning mind will only cause frustration or lead you astray. The third card for you is representing your goal, aspiration or best outcome with regards to your situation. Your card is the Two of Wands. You will expect a progress in your life. You do not want to stay the same but need a better change. You may have to make a comparison or have more than one choice for your decision making. For work, you will receive an opportunity from your senior or your boss. If you are finding a new job, you should consult your senior or older persons, as they will be able to help you. For love, you will feel unconfident of your relationship and need time to prove it. The Two of Wands is also about discovery, particularly as you step outside of your comfort zone and explore new worlds and new experiences. It may take some courage to take the first step, but this card gives you the confidence of self-knowledge. You know what your goal is, what your creative process is directing for you, and you are confident in its eventual fulfillment. The Two of Wands indicates that you will begin to consider your longer-term goals and aspirations and will plan ahead for what you need to do to achieve these goals. You have already come so far, but now you feel it is ready for a change, this time with your long-term future in mind. You may be considering overseas travel, further education, or a major career change at this point in order to expand your learning and development, and to grow your horizons beyond your immediate environment. With careful planning and a moderated approach, you will set yourself up for success in the future. The twos in tarot often represent decisions of some sort. In the case of the Two of Wands, you are making a decision between sticking with what you know, or expanding your horizons and taking a risk. You know that the world has to offer you something bigger or more meaningful, yet you are also aware that in order to maximize on this opportunity, you must leave your familiar grounds. Even though you have already invested a lot into your current circumstances, for you to be able to grow and to maximize your potential, it is imperative that you step out into a new world and explore your options. This card shows the patience and focus of your intent. You have got the ball rolling and have started out on your journey, so now it is time to patiently wait for your rewards and watch as your ideas begin to materialize. The fourth card for you is representing issues from the past that have led to your current situation. Your card is the Ten of Wands. In the past you may have felt tired of life as you had to bear heavy burdens alone. You may have felt that you had to manage problems and take many responsibilities. For love, you may have felt that your lover had no time for you or had too much focus on work and did not care for you as much as ever. You may feel slighted and try to demand from him or her. However, do not make too much demand as you may get into a dispute. Or else, your love may consider that you are selfish. The best way is not to expect much from your lover during this time. On the other hand, while you have reached a point of completion, you are becoming starkly aware that you must now carry on with the responsibilities you have laid out for yourself, in order to ensure ongoing success. The trouble is, however, that these responsibilities may become too much to bear and you are struggling to let go. It is a bit like the business owner who creates a flourishing business but who is unprepared to delegate some of her responsibilities to the staff, and ends up working 70-80 hours a week. The inspiration and creativity that was associated with the initial goal or vision rapidly disappears, and everything becomes hard work all too quickly. Thus, it is incredibly important to let go of or delegate some of your responsibilities in order to free you up to still enjoy life. The Ten of Wands serves as a reminder of how much we take on in our lives and all the extra burdens and responsibilities we weigh ourselves down with. We take on so much, trying to do all the things that need to be done. Thus, this card asks you to stop and examine your current lifestyle or work. Assess which activities or tasks are really urgent or really important, particularly in relation to your broader goals. You may need to employ various time management or prioritization methods in order to determine where best to spend your time and which tasks you can drop. Your goal needs to be greater efficiency, whilst also freeing yourself up for rest and relaxation when you need it. This card can also mean that you are being oppressed by outside sources. You are overworked, overtired and overstimulated. You have more on your plate than you can possibly handle and you have taken on too much at this point in time. In an effort to get to the finish line, you have found yourself overwhelmed with the extra responsibility and activity. You need to stop working so hard. If you cannot stop, then conserve your energy and pace yourself. When you are overcommitted, everything becomes a strain. The fifth card for you is representing your subconscious realm. the underlying feelings and trends associated with your current situation. Your card is the Nine of Cups. You have a peaceful life without any change. Or there may be a little change but not outstanding movement. You will be satisfied with your life, enjoy comfort, and feel lazy. You will lack of interest to think or do anything for your life. Be careful of unintentionally weight gain as you take it too easy. For love, you may have a secret love. However, this card also shows a tendency to daydream and enjoy the pleasures of life. You are likely to spend more time thinking about big ideas and grand schemes for an ideal lifestyle than doing the work you need to do right now to execute those ideas. While it is good to think big, you also need to balance this with action to ensure that you can fulfill your dreams. More generally, the Nine of Cups reflects happiness in all areas such as health, finances, work, luck, love or relationships. This card is your wish card as its appearance is often taken as a sign that, whatever your heart's desire, it shall be granted in the coming days or weeks. Know that you have paved your own way on the path to success. As a Cups card, the Nine usually refers to an emotionally fulfilling situation, such as the strengthening of a romantic bond, the solidification of a friendship or the consummation of a sexual relationship. It shows that joy and happiness are within your grasp. In fact, you probably already have them. It is a sign to enjoy the abundance of life and to feel each of your emotions as if you had never felt any of them before. See the perfection all around you. The Nine of Cups is also about counting your blessings, living in the moment, and enjoying the good things that life has to offer. Start or end every day by creating a mental list of the 3 things you are most grateful for. You will find that over time, you indeed have a lot to be happy about, and it may increase your feeling of deep contentment and fulfillment. The Nine of Cups represents stability and advancement. This card signals delight and pleasure, contentment with what you have accomplished so far, and forms a steady foundation for the future. Your worries are all in the past and you can look forward to a bright future. The 6th card for you is representing your immediate future. Your card is the Knight of Cups. For work, it will be suitable to you if your job relates to arts or services. You will have a chance to progress at work or gain more experiences. But if you work in other fields, be careful of working too slowly and you may be blamed by your boss or senior at work. For finance, your financial status will be gradually recovered. Thus, you should be thrifty. If you are a single woman, you may find new lover who is your acquaintance or of same age. However, the relation is still uncertain and you need time to know each other better. This card can also manifest as an event, a person in your life, or as a part of yourself. The Knight of the Cups often appears as a messenger, an invitation, or the arrival of someone or something with an emotional benefit. He offers an interesting invitation, which will result in an emotional experience that will bring high energy and lift you to an exhilarating state as new situations appear from nowhere. In addition to the physical sources of information, the Knight of Cups can also represent wisdom that comes from your dreams and that helps you to surmount life's obstacles. The Knight of Cups represents the undertaking of the creative adventure hinted at in the Page of Cups. Whereas the page encounters the mystical fish out of the golden cup and is thus initially inspired with creativity, the knight has already encountered his inspiration and is about to undertake the journey of imagination and creativity to which the unconscious has impelled him. If you are about to start a new creative project, direct your imagination into the real world. True imagination feeds on action, thus if you do nothing with your dreams they will remain vague and unrelated to the rest of your life. The Knight of Cups brings a warning about getting too caught up in fantasy and the romanticism of life. Fantasy excites, but it lacks any real meaning as you deny your basic commitment to the world and your imagination produces nothing. Be open to exploring your passions and your grand ideas at this time. You may find that you have been drawn to a particular passion or hobby and now is the time to start turning into something. You do not need to go at a cracking pace, but it is important to balance your ideas with action and ensure that you are taking proactive steps to achieve your goals and ambitions. The seventh card for you is representing the advice for you or what approach can be taken to address your current challenges. Your card is the Ace of Wands. You may feel worried about your work and would like to solve all problems quickly. During this time, you should be careful of your self-confidence and being hot-tempered. You may think of getting a new job or changing job. For love, you require clarity, seriousness, and clear conclusion. However, no matter what the ending is, if you have strong intention and decisiveness, things will be resolved more positively than you expected. This card is also a sign to just go for it. This highly action-oriented card sees you feeling incredibly inspired and enthusiastic about pursuing a new idea or project that you have in mind. You are all revved up and raring to go. Use your creative energy and passion to take the first steps and get this project underway. Even if you like to have everything planned out before you begin down a certain path, the Ace of Wands is encouraging you to listen to your instincts and follow your gut. If it feels like a good idea, it probably is. So, start with a few basic actions to get things underway, and then continue to grow and develop your ideas through more complex actions later on. The important thing is that you act now, rather than spending more time planning or researching. The Ace of Wands is also indicative of a time in your life where you have a breakthrough moment and feel very inspired and motivated about a particular idea or passion. Your eyes have been opened to a whole new world and you are now very excited about the possibilities and the opportunities that are available to you. You are showing huge potential at this time and are driven by a strong, creative force. It is as if there is a latent talent within that is just bursting to get out and be fully utilized. This is also a perfect time to draw upon your imagination and to make your dreams reality. Something to keep in mind with the Ace of Wands, and any ace for that matter, is that it is but a seed that is yet to grow into something more solid or sustainable. You are being offered an opportunity here that shows great promise, but it will be up to you to make the most of it and to maximize the potential for the longer term. It is almost like the spark that is needed to fuel a huge fire, but you must work hard to build the fire up, as the spark itself is not enough to make such a large fire. The energy of the Ace of Wands can also signify restlessness or uncertainty as to how to proceed. You may have energy and passion but not yet have a clear outlet for its expression. All of these wonderful ideas are beginning to build up from within and you are just bursting with energy, but now you must find a way to effectively express this energy in a way that will set you up in the longer term. The eighth card for you is representing the external influences that can be the people, energies or events which will affect the outcome of your situation and are beyond your control. Your card is the Five of Pentacles. You may feel truly lonely and hopeless. This is the time that you have to manage everything alone without any support from others at work. You may have problem with your colleagues who provide no cooperation to you. This may cause delay of work as you have to bear the burden alone. You may feel exhausted and lack enthusiasm to do anything during this time. You may even feel that you are the third wheel in your society, or no one pays attention to you. This makes you feel very lonely and isolated. Overall, this card typically points to a time of financial strife, poverty and adversity, and indicates that you have suffered a significant financial loss or failure. This card shows the many faces of material misfortune and lack, including loss of funds, general poverty, illness, unemployment, and solitude. If you have suffered a loss, know that there are people around you who are willing to help. There is always a solution and always a way out, so either open your eyes and go to it, or close your eyes and let the inner light guide you. Often, what has caused these financial problems is a matter of your own emotions. Greed will lead to loss, anxiety will lead to error, possessiveness will lead to solitude. By focusing on the material, you lose sight of your spiritual development. You may be rich for a while, but all will be lost if you learn nothing. On a psychological level, the Five of Pentacles may indicate difficulty with your relationship to money and material things. If money becomes the primary motivating force in life and the gauge by which you judge your worth, the lack of it may produce anxiety and a sense of being excluded from the good things money can provide. For example, if you are unfortunate enough to encounter financial difficulties such as the loss of employment or an investment gone belly up, you may fall into the trap of losing faith in your ability to recreate a positive financial situation for yourself. Therefore, you should not only consider your actual financial circumstances but also your attitudes toward money. What fears do you have around money and wealth? Are you anxious about never having enough, or do you have faith in your ability to manifest what you need to live a prosperous, fulfilled life no matter what your circumstances? Often wealth is based as much on your psychological state as your actual financial state. In a world that often equates success with financial wealth, the loss shown on the Five of Pentacles can be a humbling blow to your self-esteem and sense of self-worth. This loss can occur in any number of ways, but even though an external event may seem to be the cause, this card often reflects that the loss is something you have brought upon yourself. There is a spiritual loss that often precedes or accompanies loss of material wealth. The Five of Pentacles can also point to a time of being alone, feeling abandoned, ignored and unwanted. You may be excluded from group events or you are being ostracized by others. You are in desperate need of support and comfort from those who actually care. The ninth card for you is representing your hopes, wishes, dreams and fears. Your card is the King of Swords. You may feel stressed and pressured a lot these days. Besides, you may feel tired with things in your life. You may want to take a long rest as incoming problems are so tough for you. However, do not give up, as final conclusions may not be as bad as you think. If you run your own business, be careful of making documents, as you may be cheated or get late payment from your customers, which may affect your financial situation. For love, your relationship is not pleasant and you need to be patient. The King of Swords suggests that you need to adopt a very stern but fair role. You have clarity of mind and can perceive the truth right now, so you must take the lead with providing an objective point of view. You are well positioned to judge your situation appropriately and identify the limiting behaviors that are getting in the way. This is a time when you need to leave emotions out of it, and remain as objective and rational as possible. You may need to reason with others and be quite direct about what you are observing. You may be concerned that you are not being particularly caring or sympathetic, but at this point in time, this detachment is what is needed most. Similarly, the King of Swords encourages you to use your logic and intellect to navigate your path ahead. You will need to get to the heart of the matter, make firm and well-researched decisions, and ensure that you are firm but fair in your dealings with others. You need to be able to take any situation, look at it with total impartiality, and then come to a decision that is both fair and insightful. Oftentimes, the King of Swords represents a professional advisor, such as a solicitor or attorney, financial advisor or taxation consultant. This advisor has a solid reputation and a vast amount of knowledge in his particular field, and will provide you with objective, well-researched advice about your own situation. He is completely impartial, and will draw upon his experience and his innate knowledge of the rules, systems and structures that are in place. He may come across as detached or disinterested in your personal circumstances, unless it relates specifically to the type of advice he is giving you. This is so that he can provide only the most relevant and objective advice to you. He prides himself in his expertise and qualifications, and is likely to charge a high fee for his services. Nonetheless, he offers the rigor and specialist knowledge that you need right now. If you have not engaged the help of an expert, the appearance of the King of Swords suggests that it may be worthwhile getting some legal or financial advice. If you are expecting changes or particular circumstances to arise that will require expert advice, you can be on the front foot by seeking advice before they happen. That way, when they do roll through, you are ready to demand your rights and seek an outcome that benefits you. You may also benefit by finding an advocate or mentor who will look out for your needs and who can provide you with objective and smart advice about what to do. This king is also a man of the highest ethical standards. It is impossible to corrupt him, and as such he acts as a pillar of strength who gives sound advice to everyone, no matter who they are. What is more, he firmly expects others to operate by the rules of the law and will not tolerate others who break the law. As a father, for example, he will become very angry if his children do not follow the house rules. The last card for you is representing the outcome. Your card is the Five of Cups. You will feel frustrated and hopeless in life. You may be disappointed with something that makes you feel discouraged and can find no way out. However, actually, there will be a way out of no way. Among the disappointment, there will still be an opportunity waiting for you to find it. Just never lose faith in yourself and have too negative thought. For work, you may feel frustrated, but you should be patient. For love, you still have unresolved problems. One party may want to end the relationship while the other may not want to. Or your lover will have a long distance traveling and it is not possible to meet each other. This card also represents a lack of fulfillment or non-attainment of expected results. You are feeling disappointed that a situation has not turned out as you had hoped, and instead of moving on to greener pastures, you are wallowing in self-pity and regret about what has been lost. The water spilled from the cups shows that the cause for regret is more emotional than financial. You are quickly becoming disillusioned with life and increasingly pessimistic about your future. The Five of Cups suggests that you are having trouble letting go of the past and learning from your mistakes. This card can often reflect a person who is caught up in the past and unable to move on, missing out on new opportunities. Bitter memories from the past continue to bother you, and often a great deal of the blame for past actions is placed on yourself and your inadequacies. To some it would seem that there is no way out of this situation, but the tarot always shows problems on one hand and solutions on the other. Forgiveness and the ability to recover after emotional loss are necessary. If you are feeling disappointed by another person's actions, and then find it within your heart to forgive that person, releasing yourself from the disappointment. You may also need to reassess your expectations that have led you to this disappointment. Were you expecting too much? Remember, too, that hindsight is much clearer than foresight, and present-day wisdom is gained from the mistakes of the past. Reflect on what led you to this point and understand what important lessons you can take from the experience. Even when things go pear-shaped, there is always something positive that can be gained by reflecting on the lessons learned. While it is true that much has been lost, there is still a ray of hope because some of the cups in this card remain full and upright. You must not pity yourself when you find yourself in his situation. Instead of looking at the situation from a glass half empty perspective, look at it from a glass half full perspective. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is the Awakening. It's time to review your plans, according to this card, and look at things from a new perspective. Ask yourself, is it possible that a different approach would work better? Although it may feel like events have come to a standstill, this is temporary. So, make use of the extra time you've been given to rethink your strategies. You may need to step outside of the norm and the mainstream right now and embrace your unique and eclectic beliefs or attitudes. It's also a good moment to be generous with your time, attention, and gifts. This tithing is returned by the universe manifold to you. Additional meanings of this card: epiphanies, selflessness, unexpected life changes, the need for patience, the power that lies in being oneself, unusual solutions. Archangel Gabriel is the angel who helps people become divine messengers of love. When you speak, think, and act from a place of love, others are irresistibly drawn to you.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.